The anime begins by introducing Haruto, a teenager who faced a lot of bullying in high school. To escape the pain, he stayed alone in his room for a long time. Suddenly, a goddess appears and tells him that he'll get another chance at life in a fascinating world full of magic. Haruto is amazed and excited by this idea. He imagines a peaceful life, spending time watching anime and playing games. The goddess promises to make his wishes come true and instantly transports him to that world. In this new start, Haruto hopes to gain amazing powers to make life easier. But to his surprise, he's born again as a baby and surprisingly as the king's child. He even has the royal symbol on his baby body. Shortly after, the king is excited to see how skilled his son is. He sets up a magic test, knowing that Haruto's mother defeated the demon king, so Haruto should be really strong, even level 40. But things don't go as planned. Haruto's power is shown only level 2, which disappoints everyone. Also, he only knows barrier magic and nothing else, which isn't what the king hoped for. Feeling sad, the king worries about what people will think, so he decides to pretend that Haruto died during childbirth. Even though Haruto disagreed, he couldn't do much and the king sent him to a distant forest. Upon learning of this, the goddess felt sorry for her mistake. She realized that she made Haruto stronger than anyone realized because he possessed more than 1,000 powers, including long-forgotten elemental abilities. In the dark forest, baby Haruto decides to use his barrier magic skills. He concentrates hard and makes a strong barrier cube. He's really good at controlling it, even making it float and carry him. Suddenly, a big wolf appears, frightening Haruto. Luckily, his barrier shield keeps him safe. Feeling brave, Haruto tries to block the wolf with more barriers, but it doesn't work. Not giving up, Haruto tries another plan. He uses his barriers to pull up trees and throw them at the wolf. But the wolf isn't bothered. Determined, Haruto tries to move a big piece of land to stop the wolf. Just as he's about to do it, a voice tells him to stop, which confuses him. Haruto then looks around for the voice but stays focused on his goal. As the wolf expresses its distress, Haruto is amazed to hear it speak. The wolf is also surprised to hear Haruto speak, and they're both shocked. The wolf then realizes that Haruto has special abilities, seeing him as more than just an ordinary baby. Haruto has a bit of trouble communicating, but he cleverly uses his barrier to make his thoughts audible. This impresses the wolf, and she becomes curious about the mysterious baby. Haruto then introduces himself and explains how people overlook him because they think he doesn't have enough magic power. However, sensing hidden power in Haruto, the wolf believes he's the reincarnation of the Demon King. Thinking fast, Haruto pretends to be the Demon King, which the wolf believes without question. She asks Haruto to fight her, but he decides to be kind instead, promoting peace. Touched by his kindness, the wolf promises to serve Haruto and keep peace in his name. Unexpectedly, when Haruto tries to leave on good terms, the wolf thinks her name is Flay, a name given by him. Even though Haruto tries to explain, Flay remains loyal. Things become complicated when Haruto feels weak and asks for food. Flay quickly transforms into a human to help, but Haruto feels embarrassed by her lack of clothing, leading to an awkward situation. While searching for food, they encounter someone approaching. Using Haruto's barrier magic, they communicate from afar. The man claims to be related to Haruto and offers to help, even bringing milk. Though Haruto trusts the man, Flay remains skeptical, questioning his sudden assistance. The man then shares a sad story of losing a loved one, advocating for every child's right to life. Moved by his sincerity, Flay and Haruto agree to accept the help, forming an unusual family bond. 9 years pass, with Flay taking care of Haruto all this time. However, tension arises with Haruto's younger sister, Charlotte, who is wary of Flay. Despite Flay's efforts, Haruto encourages her to play with Charlotte. Observing from inside, Haruto's foster mother named Natalia advises them, explaining that Charlotte's behavior is typical for her age. To win over his shy sister, Natalia suggests demonstrating their reliability and skills to Charlotte, hoping to change her opinion and ease family tensions. As Haruto struggles with socializing, his mother emphasizes the importance of being the heir and exploring beyond his room. However, he's conflicted about Flay, knowing that bringing her along would upset Charlotte, but unable to leave her behind due to their strong bond. In a secret revelation, it showed that Haruto had created a duplicate of himself using his barrier magic, even though it's not perfect. Despite his uncertainty, Haruto's father, Gold Zenfis, tries to teach him sword fighting, understanding the need for diverse skills due to Haruto's low mana. During training, Haruto accidentally breaks his father's sword with a barrier, which confuses them both. To understand his unique abilities, Haruto uses a special crystal ball, only to find out he's only at level 2, much lower than others. At home, there's concern about Haruto possibly having a demonic lineage, mentioned in ancient royal records. But Natalia reassures her husband, saying Haruto is still human despite this unsettling information. While the family deals with these issues, chaos breaks out outside, and Haruto uses his barrier magic to help injured soldiers. His amazing healing surprises everyone and raises more questions about his powers. Determined to stop the troublemakers, Haruto finds their hideout using his barrier magic. With impressive skill, Haruto defeats the thieves, discovering their link to a neighboring empire and pose a threat to his father's safety. Despite their pleas, Haruto and Flay deal with the thieves and eliminating the danger they present. After getting an anonymous letter suggesting the Empire's involvement, Gold is surprised. At the same time, Charlotte notices there are 2 Haruto, and she also knows about one clone in his room, making her even more curious about Haruto's strange powers. Impressed by Charlotte's understanding of her brother's strength, Flay shares her thoughts with Haruto. Knowing this, Haruto is surprised by Flay's knowledge, especially about his clone. Thinking Charlotte might have some hidden motives, Haruto secretly uses magic to watch her. It turns out Charlotte often follows Haruto and even spies on him, like when he's bathing, which prompts him to try to talk to her. A week later, during the annual festival, Haruto wants to take Flay with him, but she's busy protecting the forest from monsters. Their plans change when Haruto's magic warns him of danger to his family. It turns out, Imperial soldiers are attacking his mother carriage, putting Natalia and Charlotte in danger. Despite trying to defend themselves with magic, Natalia gets injured in the process. Amidst the chaos, Charlotte hears a mysterious voice guiding her and Natalia escape. After finding a cave, Natalia decided to hide Charlotte inside it, and using an illusion magic at the cave's entrance. After that, she bravely faced the soldiers. Shortly afterward, Haruto intervened, using his powerful abilities to defeat them, and went to the cave. Initially intimidated by Haruto's presence, Charlotte realizes that the person is her brother. This event makes Charlotte see Haruto as a heroic figure, a view that made him happy, but he advises her not to tell anyone about it. Meanwhile, Gold doesn't know the true identity of the mysterious person that's helping them, which Haruto keeps to himself. The following day, Charlotte shows more affection for Haruto, which confusing their mother. Charlotte doesn't explain, simply saying she loves her brother. Happy about their stronger bond, Haruto doesn't notice Flay's growing jealousy toward Charlotte. As Charlotte starts visiting Haruto's room often, wanting to play and see his magic skills, she discovers secrets in the castle archive, making their family bond even stronger. Haruto is pleasantly surprised by the large selection of books in the library. Charlotte enthusiastically helps him choose, reminding him of their father reading to them before. Haruto is amazed when Charlotte remembers their reading sessions and curious about the books. They find literature about gods traveling between worlds, which Haruto compares to anime stories. Although Charlotte doesn't know much about anime, Haruto explains it with enthusiasm, sparking her interest. After 2 weeks, Haruto successfully secures internet access from Japan, so they can use his old account. Haruto makes a special account for Charlotte and introduces her to her first anime series. Intrigued by the animated drawings, Charlotte wants to learn Japanese, so Haruto starts teaching her the language. Surprisingly, Charlotte learns the basics quickly. Every day, Charlotte eagerly comes back to watch her favorite show, effortlessly picking up Japanese as she enjoys anime. Impressed by her progress, Haruto wonders about her natural talent while trying to be a good role model. However, Haruto sets a 3-hour daily limit on anime watching, disappointing Charlotte, and emphasizes the importance of moderation. Despite this, they'd bond over dinners, keeping their activities secret from their parents by pretending to research ancient magic. After dinner, Charlotte insists on joining Haruto, leading to a surprising encounter in the bathtub. Inspired by anime, she sees Haruto as a hero because of his emblem, thinking it symbolizes justice. The next day, when Gold goes after thieves, Charlotte worries and asks Haruto to use his powers. Though unsure, Haruto agrees, making a plan to disguise himself and confront the thieves as the ally of justice to impress Charlotte and protect her. But things get tricky when their father returns and Haruto has to make up a name, raising suspicions about his identity. Feeling embarrassed, Haruto steps back, but Charlotte is impressed by his bravery and calls him the Black Knight. On the other hand, Haruto successfully makes his clone and learns from studying in the library. At the same time, Charlotte finds both Haruto, who are hesitant to do anything. The following day, Royal Prince Elias and Princess Marian come to visit. Haruto is surprised by Elias's arrogant behavior, which is in contrast to Marian's attempts to calm him down. At that time, Elias, asserting his superiority, challenges Haruto to a duel, which Haruto accepts. Evaluating his own strength, Haruto determines his level to be 9, with a maximum potential of 40, while observing Elias's and Marianne's significantly higher levels. During the duel, Haruto employs clever strategies, pretending to be weak against Elias's attacks before defeating him without causing harm. Despite Elias's persistent aggression, Haruto remains calm and easily defends himself. Marianne feels sorry for her brother's behavior and asks Haruto about his true level. Haruto humbly responds that he is level 2, before leaving for his room, contemplating how his actions might impact his family relationships. Moral lesson from the story: if you pretend to be a hero, be prepared to face royal challenges. And remember, don't forget to keep your anime watching habits under 3 hours.